I wish Mike McDaniel would stop trying to convince us that Tua had some type of back injury. I'm not going to assassinate Mike McDaniel's character. I'm not going to say that Mike McDaniel doesn't care about his players. I'm not going to say that Mike McDaniel is a coach who is out for himself and only wants his best players available and doesn't care about their health. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to assassinate his character and criticize him overall. I'm going to say this. I don't like the fact that he kept trying to sell us on the idea that Tua had some type of back injury. Because here's the thing. We saw when Tua went down in the game against the Buffalo Bills, everyone watching knew that Tua was concussed. Stop trying to sell us on this idea that Tua was dealing with a back injury. Stop trying to get us to believe that it was a back injury when you knew all along that it was a concussion. But you wanted to win the game against the Buffalo Bills and the game against the Cincinnati Bengals, Mike McDaniel. So you know that Tua Tagavailoa gives you the best opportunity to win as your starting quarterback. So you was good with whatever the doctor said in the evaluation. And obviously the doctor got this wrong because everyone knew watching the game last Sunday in Miami, everyone knew that Tua had a concussion. He was staggering when he tried to get up to his feet. He fell back down again. And everyone knew that Tua had a concussion. I had Yanni Caracas. He's a reporter down there in Miami who covers the Miami Dolphins. He was at the game when the Dolphins played the Buffalo Bills, and he was in the press box along with other reporters, and he talked about on the show last week how surprised all the reporters in the press box were when they saw Tua Tagavailoa come back out on the field in the second half against the Buffalo Bills. He should have not even came back in that game. And then you have the audacity to put Tua back on the field 4 days later, and he wasn't even ready because he still had a previous concussion from the previous week. So, Mike McDaniel, stop trying to sell us on this belief that Tua had a back injury. I'm not buying it, bro. Stop it. You want to put your team in a position to win football games. So whatever that doctor said, you were going to roll with because you knew that Tua gave you a better opportunity to win than Teddy Bridgewater did. I'm not saying that Mike McDaniel doesn't care about Tua Tagavailoa. I'm not saying that Mike McDaniel doesn't care about his players overall and their health and safety. What I am saying is it doesn't take a doctor to have to evaluate Tua to know if he has a concussion or not. I'm not a doctor, and I knew watching the game in week 3 against the Buffalo Bills, I knew Tua was concussed. I ain't a damn doctor. I ain't never went and studied to be a doctor. But I knew Tua Tagovailoa was concussed. And I knew that he shouldn't have even played Thursday night against the Cincinnati Bengals. Stop defending the situation and take some accountability. Even if that doctor approved Tua to come back on the field and cleared him to play, as a head coach, you know that your player is concussed. And sometimes, as a head coach, as an organization, you have to protect the player from themselves. You know they're going to want to play no matter the circumstances. They are going to want to play no matter how injured they are. And it was clear to everyone watching that Tua Tagovailoa had a concussion in the game against the Buffalo Bills. And he should have never cleared concussion protocols to even be able to play in the Thursday night game against the Bengals.